What's the deal, you guys? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday night, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? Okay, I told y'all I was going to be back for another live to end the night I told y'all, and we are back once again, and we're here to talk about some Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. Well, not even just Real Housewives of Atlanta, but Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac tea. We're here to talk about all three of those things tonight. This is going to be one of those lives where it's not that long, maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops or whatever. It's going to be one of them type of lives. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the previous live that I did or whatnot. Like, I see everybody showed up and everything like that. So, we had a great time in that particular live. But, we're going to come up in here and talk about a little bit of things here and there on this one. Look, I probably look more refreshed than I look on the last live because I done got up, I had just took a nap, woke up from a nap on that live, and now I done took me a shower and washed my face and stuff. My skin is popping like it should, and all of those great things. Okay, so yes, indeed. What's going on, Marcella? But yes, indeed, y'all. So we got some things to discuss tonight. Like I said, not gonna be no long live or nothing like that. We're gonna talk. We're gonna be here for just enough time. Shout out to those of you that are supporting my book that is dropping tomorrow. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I am so excited right now. Like, this is probably one of the best things I could have ever done. And we'll talk more about my book release later on in the video, but just know that I'm very excited. Listen, so every time I get ready to go live, y'all, I always listen to some of my favorite 90s R&B and stuff. It gets me in the mood to, do these videos and kind of get me amped up. And I was just right before we went live, I was listening to Monica, Why I Love You So Much. And I don't care what a soul has to say. Monica's Why I Love You So Much is probably one of the best female R&B records to come out in the 90s, period. Like, and that is probably her top 2 best song that she ever released. Okay, Why I Love You So Much stands the test of time. That song is old as hell, but it still hits the same. Like, that song is 30 something years old and it hits the same. Like, it's still a good song. It still hits me the way it did when I was 6 years old. Okay, when that song came out, like I was 6 or 7 when that song came out. Love Monica then, love Monica now. Can't wait to go to the Boys Mind tour this next month. Can't wait to go. Can't wait to go. Can't wait to go. Okay, can't wait to fucking go. Period. Okay. And y'all know I'm gonna give y'all a review on that concert. I didn't get a chance to give y'all no review on the Keisha Cole concert because so much was going on during that time. But I'm definitely gonna give y'all a review on the Boys Mind tour. Just know I'm definitely gonna give y'all a review on that one. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. And I think that's what I'm gonna start doing, in addition to doing like album reviews and shit like that and talking about the history of certain music and shit. I'm gonna also go when I go to concerts, I need to go and give you guys reviews of the concert, like I did with the SWV and Escape concert. I need to start doing that more often. You feel what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm gonna do. Now, y'all know we get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. And y'all know with every live that we do, the goal is to hit 100 plus with every live. So if you haven't, just share the video, do whatever. If you're new to the platform, you can go ahead and subscribe right now because we have a good time over here in Scotty Gang Land. We really do have a good time. The mods gonna treat you right. But if you get out of line, they're gonna snip your ass, okay? And I see that Lyric is in my comments, and Lyric needs to stop playing with me, okay? However, we're at the 5-minute mark, so let's go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about right now, and that is Housewives tea. Now, we're going to start off with the very first topic, and that is K. Michelle. Now, listen, y'all already know what it is when it comes down to me and K. Michelle. Y'all know I love me some K. Michelle. But, so she's in the blogs once again. Hell, K. Michelle been in the blog since it's been revealed unofficially that she's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So ever since we found that out, everything that she do now is in the blogs. But apparently K Michelle posted something on her Instagram page where she paid tribute to the man that she loves, y'all. And that man that she loves is Dr. Caston Sims. Now, for those of you that's been following K Michelle for quite some time now, y'all know who this man is. I mean, he was on her reality show. I think her last season of her reality show, K Michelle My Life, he was on that show. And they also did a season of Marriage Boot Camp together. And at one point in time, they were going through some issues, honey. If you listen to her All Monsters Are Human album that she released in 2020, you would know that they was going through some shit. Okay, like she was going through a lot with that nigga on that. But K Michelle was saying in the post, what she say? She said, "See, I usually don't do this. Thank you, Dr. Sims. I love you and I am happy to be your wife. I know I've driven you insane, but I'm worth it. It's time to plan a wedding. Who would have thought? Been in love with you since junior high." And that's basically what Kay was saying. Now, this man been around for quite some time now. Kay Michelle been dating this man probably for years now. But we all know that Kay Michelle has had her, her menses in this industry. We all know that, and a lot of them have made her look crazy in these streets a lot of the time. But one thing about it, and two things for certain, I love love and I love to see people happy in love, and she's been with this man on and off for a minute now. And like I said, if you wasn't following her, then you probably never knew how he looked or what he was, or who he was. But that's someone that she's known all her life. She's known him since junior high school. They're both from Memphis. He's a dentist, and she's now married to him now. That was something that she did not make public. And like I said, I think, hey, Busy, I think that being in love privately is probably one of the best things ever. Being in love publicly is a great thing too, but when you in love publicly, it's the worst. When people are banking on you to break up with this person, trying to create drama, pinpoint everything y'all post. It's annoying, when you're publicly with somebody. Like, it's annoying. And now I understand why people like to keep their lives private and keep their love lives private, because you keep people from looking at you and trying to see what the fuck you got going on and things like that. So, I get it. But I will say that if you think about a lot of K Michelle's public relationships, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I think one of the first public relationships that she had, or situationships that she had, was with like J.R. Smith. And J.R. Smith did her dirty. He did her dirty. J.R. Smith did do her dirty, and her whole her whole Rebellious Soul album was was all about him. So he did her dirty. He did her real bad. Okay, we're gonna go through her dating history, but yes, J.R. Smith did her dirty. We all know that Myth Hits did her ass dirty. We all know that. He did her dirty. Put his hands on her, said that she was lying, all that bullshit. Then she dated what is that dude name? He was another basketball player. What was that boy name? Damn, his name was at the tip of my tongue. What was his name? Because they started dating in 2014 or some shit like that. Damn, what was that boy name? Oh my god, I hate it when I was this Lance Stevenson. That was his name. She dated Lance Stevenson, and they was together for like a couple of months, and he was like way younger than her and things like that, but that didn't work out. Then she started dating that dude Bobby. Then she started dating Idris, and the women gave her a hard time about her dating Idris, because people felt like she was too hood and too ghetto, and why he with her and all that other stuff. That was everybody's man crush Monday, so everybody was mad because she had fucked him. So it is what it is. But yeah, she came out and said that she dated Idris, did a whole album by him too, called Anybody Want to Buy a Heart, probably one of her best albums in the world, actually. Um, she also had some shit, with Chad Ochocinco, like he was trying to talk to her. She dated somebody named Chris who played for Tennessee, but he fucked up and had twins on her. R. Kelly, he adored her, loved to hear her sing, but controlled her. And she dated a swimmer. There was like this little flirtation with Meek Mill at one point in time. It was I even think it was rumored that she was dating Rocco at one point in time. So she had a lot of men, at one point in time. A lot of men was trying to holler at a lot of men she dated, and they gave her a lot of her best albums. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing: whatever Idris did to her, do it again. And what I mean by that is she got her best music when she was heartbroken over fucking Idris, okay? Like maybe I should call long distance in a way of what could be. Even when you're here, you're not with me. She's having a child I should have carried. I'll be damned if y'all get married. What? I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. I still play that song, okay? I still play that song. So, I'm happy for Kay. I'm happy for her, and you could tell that she's in a different place in her life at this moment in time. And like you could tell when somebody's making you happy, child. Like when a motherfucker making you happy, honey, you could see it. I remember there was a time where, I was happy and folks were like, oh, Scott, I can see the glow up in your face. I can see how I can see you showing all your teeth. You can tell when a motherfucker happy and shit with somebody. You could tell. Or you could tell when somebody kind of belonged to somebody and shit like that. Like you could tell. And ain't nobody studying Lyric because Lyric ain't doing nothing but talking shit. And ain't nobody got time for Lyric and his bullshit. Nobody got time for it. But however, like I love K Michelle. And I just hope that we get to see all her happiness on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm definitely ready to see that. And I think she's gonna give it to us. She's gonna give her personal, she's gonna give her business, she's gonna give us the drama, she gonna give everything to us, because everybody was, like I said, everybody was wondering if why was she on the Housewives if she not married and all that good jazz and shit like that. And I was just like, well, girl, she is married. You motherfuckers just don't know that she married, but she is married. What we talking about? So what we doing? So yeah, she's a married woman now, but they just went and got married. They ain't having like no extravagant wedding or nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. I want to Sky to date a certain day in the chat, but oh my god, child pain. Lyric ain't gonna do shit. Okay, Lyric ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody got time for Lyric. Because that's who you're talking about, but I ain't worried about. I ain't even because you see how he acting stupid right now in this chat. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't about shit. So ain't nobody got time to be playing with Lyric ass at all. No one has time to be playing with Lyric. Nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody, honey. Let me see, Scotty. I would have loved to see Kay on Married to Medicine as well. Child, her and Dr. Heavily arguing back and forth was gonna be funny as fuck. That was gonna be real funny. Okay, like real motherfucking funny, child. So probably what they were probably gonna try to run her off if she was on Married to Medicine, but I don't know. But that would have been entertaining. I can tell you that. But we're gonna move on to the next thing that we got, because like I said, this ain't gonna be no long live at all. So the next topic we got is we're going over here to Potomac right now. We're going over here to Potomac. So let's get into this shit that we talking about with Charisse and Monique. We got the cafeteria queen, Charisse, and we got Run Up Get Done Up Samuels, right? So as you can see, Monique is going to be back. If you don't know, then you're finna find out now that Monique is going to be on this upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Potomac, which will be airing not this Sunday, but next Sunday. She's going to be on this upcoming season as a friend of the show. And Charisse will be filming on this season as well as a guest, not a friend of, not an official friend, but as a guest. So she'll be popping up without confessionals. You know, they love to give Charisse these damn crumbs and shit that you get on the side of the bowl, and she take them every single time. She gonna take them crumbs now, anything to be on camera. But y'all know that they used to be really good friends, as you can see on this picture. At one point in time, they was really good friends, but then they fell out during season 3. And it was a bad falling out. Charisse was a part of the reason why people were saying that, Monique was out here fucking around with a trainer behind her husband's back, honey. Okay. Now that they're both back on the show, they had to cross paths this season. So coming from this fan page, it says that this is some RHOP news. Allegedly, this is all alleged. Allegedly, veteran housewife Monique Samuels, who was a friend of the season, gets into a verbal altercation with OG Charisse Jackson Jordan at an event. Charisse filmed multiple times this season as a guest. Hashtag RHOP. Now, listen, I don't know why Charisse is back. And I know that a lot of people that don't like Karen love to say, oh, Charisse was the real Grand Dame of Potomac. She's the real Grand Dame. She's the real Grand Dame. She's the real Grand Dame. The real Grand Dame always look a damn grand mess every time we see her on the motherfucking screen. Like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off talking about she was the real Grand Dame of the damn show. When? How? When? When was she the real Grand Dame? She don't give grand shit. What she gives is a hot motherfucking mess is what she gives. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. But I think that this altercation that they're about to have on this season is probably needed. I mean, we need to see them, hash out their differences. And I'm not really trying to, I don't really care to see them be friends again because, Charisse did Monique dirty. And I know that it's the popular thing with these Potomac fans is to hate Monique. I know that it is. And I'm probably one of the minority of one of the people that don't hate Monique. And probably in the minority of those that likes both Candace and Monique and want to see them both on the show. Like, that's just me. But I will say that I feel like Charisse did Monique wrong. I do feel like she did her wrong. And I think that she allowed Robin to turn her against Monique, and I do think that she allowed Giselle to get in her head as well, and she knew that she threw Monique under the bus when it came out to that Kendall shit. You wasn't fucking with Giselle, so therefore you recommended Kendall for the show 2-3 seasons in a row, and then you decided to get Monique to bring Kendall around, and you was there for the bullshit, but then you got back cool with Giselle and Robin and all them, and then you turned your back on Monique, and then you had Monique out here looking like a liar, sticking up for you and shit like that, throwing her ass under the bus. So I'm just like, that's why I don't understand the situation with Charisse and Monique. And like I said, like it was kind of weird how Charisse kind of played that game with Monique, and I don't care what nobody say. She was motherfucking wrong for that, and I also don't care about nobody not agreeing with what I'm saying either, because the shit was foul. Like, Charisse was a foul motherfucker, drunk ass. Drunk sweaty ass. Like, used to get on my nerves. Like, I don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was some bullshit. Like, she played Charisse played Monique. She played Monique and left Monique out to fucking dry. And anybody that doesn't see that is crazy as hell. For real. Crazy as a motherfucker if you don't see that. Left her ass out to fucking dry. On some real shit. Left her out there to dry. Let me see. I don't get how Candace fans don't see any wrong in anything that she does. You know what? I really don't be wanting to go there, but they don't. And she be wrong too. But let them tell her she ain't never wrong. But she do be wrong on some shit, like for real. And I can say that as a person that likes her. But yeah, when it come down to Charisse, she's foul. And I really want to see this altercation. And I want to know who gonna side with who, because Monique coming on this show, and nobody is really her friend like that. Now I did see somewhere where they were saying that Wendy and Monique's friendship is the friendship to watch for. So I'm very, very excited to see exactly where they're going with this Monique and Wendy thing, because you know that Wendy and Monique really never got the chance to get to know each other like that, mainly because of the fact that, you know, she came in as Candace's friend, and then when the fight broke out between Candace and Monique, she pretty much chose a side, and that was Candace's side, and she joined in with the rest of them, not filming with Monique and shit like that. So, you know, they really never got a chance to really know each other like that. They didn't really film together like that. So, you know, it's kind of interesting to see. It would be interesting to see how this kind of plays out, you know, on this season, especially with, you know, Giselle and Monique, because you know they ain't never gotten along. I definitely want to see what's gonna happen with how Monique is gonna get along with like Kiana and Jazzy, you know, people like that. Like I really want to see how that's gonna go down. And I need for Monique to come in with a vengeance. Like you've been gone since season 5. Come back with a vengeance. A lot of folks wanted you back, and then there's some people that was like Monique's boring. I don't think Monique's boring. She's good to look at, and all that. I don't think she's boring, but she could do a lot more, if you ask me, you know. There go Tamika's 30K. Hilarious as fuck. I just want Sheree and DJanae fired forever, along with KK Kim. Listen, I would love to see Ku Klux Kim never come back to the show. I would love to see her never come back. That's why I'd be so damn confused when people be asking for Kim to come back. I'm like, do you not realize that this motherfucker is a racist bitch? Like, do y'all not realize that? Or do you just not care? And y'all only care about entertainment and not really the moral aspect of it all. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I am interested beyond this to see exactly how this season is gonna work. Um I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. I do want Candace back. I need Candace back in my life. There are so many moments that have happened where I feel like, listen, Candace would have ate down, or Candace would have done this. Like, I want to see Candace, and I feel like Candace and Jazzy would have gotten along really good. Like, I want to see that. I want to see how Candace would have reacted to the shit that Stacey was doing. I want to see that. You know, it's a lot that I was watching Potomac, and I'd be like, I really wish that Candace was here. I really wish that Candace was here. Like she would have ate some of these girls up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like Candace for the most part. You know, I will be real and say that I wasn't even interested in Real Housewives of Potomac when it first started. Because I thought there was a bunch of bougie ass women that were boring that first season with bad wigs. Because when Giselle had that damn spaghetti bowl wig on, sitting outside by that pool with Karen and her ugly ass wig, I'm just like, oh my God, no. I didn't watch it. And then, you know, I tried to watch the second season with my mama. I couldn't do it. And one day during the third season, I just so happened to be turning into Bravo, and I saw this teensy weensy girl that had her wig was dry as hell too, but this teensy weensy brown skinned girl sitting at a table arguing with Charisse. Charisse was like, "Where did she come from?" And this girl said, "I come from Jesus. I come from Jesus." I'm like, "Who the fuck is that bitch?" Oh, I like this motherfucker right here. Oh, let me watch. And then Candace made me tune in. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Candace and Monique both made me tune in. By season 4, Candace started getting on my nerves, but I really wasn't reviewing the show like Time Out back then. But then by season 5, that's when I started reviewing Potomac and really started getting into it for real, and stuff like that. So, you know, Candace is really the reason for me tuning into Potomac, to be honest. She was. So I do miss her being on this show. I do. You know, she just one of those more memorable, you know, characters. It's kind of like if you watch Chasing Reality and you look at Chasing Atlanta and you think about memorable figures that that was on the show, like Oliver Twix or Lauren England, or Devon, who else was like memorable that was on like Chasing Atlanta, or like Dominique, or I even say Troy. Those are the people that I think of, me or Cameron. Even I know a lot of people like to underrate Cameron, but even Cameron, those are the people that I think of when I think about who is memorable on the show. Or like Q, Q was memorable, like people like that. Lyric, people like that. Those are the people that I think of when I think about Chasing Atlanta. Then when you go over here to Dallas, the people that I think of that's memorable is obviously Reese G. Although half the time I don't know if he likes me or not. The nigga keeps following and unfollowing, and I'm just like, but he's memorable. Kane, I'll even say George, I'll even say Trey Howard, I'll even say who else is memorable on Dallas? I even say Jet Jeff or somebody like that. I'll say Jet Jeff. I'll say who else? That might be it. Dior, he's memorable, but people think he's boring, but he's memorable to me. And I even say Markel, he's memorable too. So that's it for Dallas. And with Chasing LA, I say the memorable, like the people you think of when you think of Chasing LA is, obviously Andre, Fly King I, King Payne, and Nicole. Them the people you think of for Chasing LA. So, every show got certain people where they're memorable, where you're always going to remember them. You feel what I'm saying? You're always going to remember them, whether when they're there, when they're not, you're going to always remember them. So, it is what it is. And I had to use Chasing as an example. You feel what I'm saying? And speaking of Chasing, I can't wait for y'all to see the new season of Chasing Atlanta, because I was around for a lot of the filming, honey. And it's gonna be a good season. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, but yeah, so I want to see Candace back on Potomac. I really do. I really want to see them back. But that's all I got for this part. So let's move on to the last story. And the last story of the day is Cynthia Bailey. Now, Cynthia did an interview with this podcast, and I think it's called Humble Brag Podcast. And she was basically spilling some season 17 tea. And she was basically saying that while it's a lot of drama on the season, she even had to get into some drama of her own during this season, especially during this past trip to Dallas that they just took. So let's get into what Cynthia Bailey had to say. Let's take a listen in on that.
No, it's no secret that I am partners with Tequila Commissario, my tequila, delicious tequila brand that I have been talking about for the past few months. Well, our biggest market is Dallas. So I, being the businesswoman that I am, decided to wrangle the girls up and take a trip to Dallas to check on my tequila.
Love it.
So, yeah.
So it was a twofer.
And let's just say, speaking of tequila and shots, there was definitely some shots fired when we got there, for sure.
Well,
yeah.
You're not going to confirm this. I'm just going to say this out loud. What I'm reading online says K. Michelle tweeted some stuff about the trip. Like, she's shots fired.
Can you read those tweets, please?
Yes, you clearly have not heard them. She writes, if it takes a group plot or rumor or scheme to bring me down when I'm coming in love, you already lost at the game and lost in life. You have to be a sick person to plot and scheme on someone who is minding their business. Care to respond?
Yeah. Well, I can't say a whole lot. That was...
Is that directed at a group? A person?
You know what? I feel like it could be at a couple of different people.
Okay.
We're still kind of getting to know Kay and all those things. So I don't have 100% clarity on who is behind that. Well, I know who tweeted the tweet, but who is being referenced.
Uh-huh.
And we are still trying to figure all that stuff out. And I just hope like hell that it's not me. That's what I hope, because I'm not I can personally say, to my knowledge, I'm not plotting or scheming against her or anyone else. So it's like a little murder mystery.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is an interesting topic is while you're filming, when people are fighting, that they let things out. Like that means you're so pissed because you're supposed to keep everything under wraps, right?
Yeah.
But when you're tweeting that, you cannot control it. And you're letting
but it's still very subliminal. It's saying something, but it's not really saying anything.
Yes. You don't really know what's going on. But her message is to the girls or girl on your cast.
It's about somebody on the cast.
That's right.
That's for sure.
That's right.
we can narrow it down to 8 women for sure.
So so Dallas must have been explosive.
You know what it was? It really was. And I have to say, for someone who is in the friend space, I even, I had to settle in.
You had to settle in.
I had to settle in a little bit on this trip because I feel like I'm always like kind of not, as a friend, I never feel like, I feel like I can get the smoke too, but I never feel like I'm the focus.
Right.
And I felt like in Dallas,
you were.
There was a couple things that happened where I became the focus. I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting some housewife energy over here. And, I'm over here trying to get friend energy. But the thing about being a friend and being a housewife for so long, that housewife muscle memory is still there. So I know how to get back into it. But I just was like, oh, okay, I had to reactivate it a little bit.
Right.
And you guys will see how it all plays out. But let's just say Dallas was, it was great. I think in terms of from you guys watching it, it checked every box.
What's good? You guys had Commissario
drama
there.
Okay, and thank you guys for reminding me that the Humble Brag podcast is her podcast with Crystal, and I actually like Crystal. I like her and Cynthia together. But I just want to say that I am looking to see who those tweets were about. I was looking to see who those tweets were about. Who could they be about? Drew or Angela? Because now her and Angela are following each other on Instagram again. But she's following just about everybody on the cast but Drew. So it looks like Kay not fucking with Drew. And this is really going to hurt me because I love both Kay and Drew. And I need for Drew and Kay to be on the same side. But from what I've noticed and from what I've seen, it looks like Kay gets along with Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, Phaedra, and Portia. That's what it's looking like to me. And Cynthia, judging by, Instagram and stuff like that. So that's what it's looking like right now. So it looks like she's following everybody but Drew. So I'm like, now what could have possibly happened? Okay. And you're right, Andrea. Cynthia pretty much just confirmed that K-ass on the show. Like, that's all she pretty much did. Like, doing this interview and shit like this, she pretty much said, we're all just getting to know Kay and all those other things, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, she on the show. She's on the show. So, for everybody that's want to act like she ain't and everybody that want to be so upset, oh, my God, I'm never going to watch again because Kay's on the show. Baby, she's on the show. You might as well just get over it and, get out, get into it or get over it. Like Tevin Campbell said, okay? Like, she's there. And there's nothing anybody can do about that. She's there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Like, I am looking forward to this season. And Cynthia said that she had to saddle up too. And Cynthia really ain't no stranger to drama. She's not. She can get into it as well. But yes, honey, it look like this season gonna shape out to be better than this past season. And for her to say that the Dallas trip was everything, it checked all the boxes and shit, baby, I can't wait to see it. But y'all, I think that's all I got for this. be on the lookout for the next few things, okay? First things first, the web reality show. Be on the lookout for that. That's coming out in November, but promos are going to start in just a few weeks. This is our last week of taping. I think the last day of taping is probably Saturday. And then after Saturday, we're gonna do like a little bit like a pickup scenes. Like there's certain scenes that we're gonna do that, you know, that we didn't get a chance to do. So we're gonna pick those up after Saturday. So anything after Saturday is like pickups, but we're pretty much done taping after Saturday. But it's certain things that some of us didn't get to do. So we're picking them up. So be on the lookout for that. Promos are gonna run for our show. You would definitely see some promos here on my platform. I'll definitely be, you know, showing y'all the promos here and stuff like that. And then the photo shoot is next week. And then the photo shoot and the opening is next week. And then they're gonna do a teaser, a one tease, and then they're gonna do a super tease, and then they're gonna do a super trailer, and then y'all gonna see meet the cast and all that other stuff. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Also, my book, That's Why You're Lonely, comes out on tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys for the pre-orders. As I said before, I think I got all my pre-orders here. I got to sign all these books and send them out to y'all. So just bear with me because these books arrived while I was in St. Louis. So I got to sign these books and I got to give them to you as I go. Okay. I'm going to try to send out at least, 2 or 3, books at a time so y'all can get them. Okay. But yes, my book is coming out on tomorrow. Right now the pre-orders for ebooks are up there, but I think by midnight you can order an ebook and a physical off Amazon. So be on the lookout for that. All right. Just be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it. It's going to be amazing. Please get this book. It's going to be everything. If you like urban drama, this book is for you. If you like, picture it. Love and hip hop, Zane, mixed with girlfriends and basketball wives all at the same time. It's amazing. And it got my name right here. So be on the lookout for it. Pick it up. We really want this book to hit the top 80. And I'm really hoping and I'm counting on my people to help me get to the top 80. Okay, that's what we want. That's what we need. That's what we're trying to do. At least get to the top 80. Okay. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much the gist of that. So we're about to go ahead and get up out of here right now. This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, this is your boy, and I'm out of here. And I will see you guys on tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, someone probably can melt with the cause is dealt. Nigga, I was just wishing, can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?